But y'all notice how we're anchored up here fishing these fish. One reason is that it's windy out here. We got quite a bit of waves bouncing up and down. And Geoff says these croakers, they're so fragile out there. If you get them bouncing around, sloshing back and forth in the bait well, they actually knock themselves against the bait well and they get a little loopy. So you want to basically have the freshest bait that you can on the hook.
The magic croaker. And what I'm doing is just put 2 on there. They make a little bit more noise. Okay. It attracts the fish to them faster. Once you get them, the fish biting, you can go back to singles. Expensive too. $6.50 a dozen. It's not like Florida. You don't go grab a cast net.
Oh, you can't cast net them here?
Yeah, you could, but you'd be casting out a lot to get 20 dozen.
Really?
What we got in that box is 20 dozen. There's 240 fish in there. We'd be still casting that. Come on, fish, come on. Eat the croaker, eat the croaker.
So Geoff, you're popping them up off the bottom like that, and you said they get these croakers, they get down immediately in the grass when they hit down there.
When you're throwing these fish out there in the water, this deep water, they're scared. They've been put in a boat, run over here 50 miles an hour, stop, and get thrown in a hook. The first thing they do is swim and get down in that grass to hide from whatever's out there that's going to eat them. So by me popping them, which you'll see me doing all day long, I'm pulling them off the bottom to where the fish that are down there can find them. And usually, I call it putting them on the table. When you're on the fish and you get them going, when you pop them up out of the grass, it'll get picked up. We'll put it on the table.
1, 2, 3.
Oh! Get it, baby. You catching the fish,
That feels like a good trout there, bro. Or a red.
There's been some real nice trout over here, Blair. That's why I was excited about this whole deal. I knew we'd be able to get on a couple nice ones.
Now on a trout, same as around where I live, they got what they call a paper mouth, and they used to have a nickname of a paper mouth. Oh, that's not a bad trout at all, man.
Ready for
We gonna let any of these go today?
We can let them all go if you'd like, Blair.
Oh, let's get.
They're kind of good to eat.
Yeah, they are good. These hook good. I'm gonna grab him. Now, once again, folks, if you're gonna release them, always wet your hand because these trout have such tiny scales that, see how that hook fell out? That's why they're called a paper mouth. They got nicknamed. But if you see how that hook just kind of tears it, it's really, really, really fragile. Will just fall out like that. It creates a little bit of a hole in his mouth, but the sun's fixing to pop out. I'm gonna put him over here in the sunlight so you can see this trout. Now that, brother, is a trout. And that would classify as a Mogan.
A Mogan?
A Mogan.
All right.
A Mogan gator trout.
Right on.
But look at this purple that they get. When they get big, they get this purple color on top of it.
Beautiful colors on that fish.
And a lot of times this purple will follow all the way down. At least they do in Florida. But what do you say we get this guy back in the water?
Get him in there.
And we will, and we will let him go. That's a nice fish, Geoff.
Beautiful.
Well, Geoff, that was an awesome fish. We're fishing the lower Laguna Madre. We got Captain Geoff Austin with us today. And we're fishing one of my favorite spots right here in Port Aransas, Corpus Christi area, the upper Laguna Madre,
yes,
correct?
Sir.
Not
Laguna.
the lower, we're in the upper. So y'all stay tuned to this episode of Addictive Fishing because we are trout fishing today with croakers. One of my first time doing croakers with trout. I tell you, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'd go for another one of those, bro.
Right on, let's do it.